guys, today I am reviewing two of the Lorac holiday sets that are available right now, and they are an amazing deal. And I know with the holidays coming around, those sets are just a great way to get some pretty high-end makeup for a more lower end, more affordable price. And Lorac, I feel like constantly is pushing out some really amazing gift sets, and their holiday sets are always my favorite because usually A, they're full-size products, B, they're at an awesome price, and C, the products are really good. And that's one thing about gift sets that tends to annoy me, is either the products feel subpar compared to the actual item, or I end up having a million of these little mini trial, sample sizes, and that's not really my thing either. If I'm going to purchase something, I want it to be full size, or a substantial amount where I'm not going to have like 20 little mini eyeliners laying around, because that just is kind of annoying, and I don't know, there's just something about that I personally don't like. I feel like it clutters up my stash and I don't use it all. I could go on for days. So the sets that I'm going to be reviewing are the Lip Luster Cream Lip Gloss Pack, and then these 3D Liquid Lusters that came in this little 4-pack. Unfortunately, I threw away the beautiful velvet red packaging that these came in. I'll try to insert a picture of what these sets actually look like because the packaging is just gorgeous. But this was kind of a little impromptu video. I wasn't too sure if I was going to film a review or not, but I decided to, so unfortunately the packaging has been tossed. But let's start with the lip glosses, because this was a set that when I found, I was super excited. So it comes, like I said, in a really beautiful red packaging, but then you take the packaging off and they're housed in this little black plastic container. What you're getting here are 6 full-size Lorac lip cream lip glosses. These lip glosses, I'm just going to say straight up, are phenomenal. I love that these are cream colors. There is no shimmer, except for one color has a little bit of a pearliness to it, and I'll tell you guys about that here in a bit. But I do like how these aren't shimmery lip products, just because I know if this was a set full of glittery, shimmery lip glosses, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. I'm much more a cream, matte finish kind of person. I like it to be shiny and pretty, but I don't like it to be glittery and chunky, just because it wears off really unevenly. As for the pigmentation of these, they are very nice. Right now I am wearing this red one, and of course, it's not as deep brick red as it appears in here. It kind of goes on a little bit more sheer because it is a gloss, but saying it is a gloss, I still think that, I have a nice red lip going on. The longevity on these glosses is really nice as well. They have that perfect consistency that I talk about all the time. That's my favorite, where they're not sticky, like I can do that and I'm not having like weird lip gloss strings pulling apart or anything. But there's still enough tackiness or enough hold there where I don't feel like these are just going to slide off within 30 minutes. These will easily last me about, I would say about 3 hours before significant wear starts to show. The scent and the flavor is also really pleasant. It's just kind of a sweet scent. It's not really a vanilla scent or like a cupcake or like battery bakery kind of scent. It's just sweet in general, and there's not really a discernible taste, but I think because of the scent, there kind of is a little bit of a taste, if that makes sense. But overall, it's pleasant, and when it's on your lips, you don't really smell too much of it or anything. And even if you do, it's not really a bad scent. So let's go through the colors. This first one that I pulled out here is called Majestic, and this is my favorite because this is my favorite lip color of all time. This kind of mauve-y purple tone, I don't know what it is, but I just adore it. And so, of course, this is the one that I have been wearing the most, and I'm just so obsessed with it. Just a good My Lips But Better shade. Really easy to throw on over anything. There's a look at that. The one thing that's really nice about these is that they're really true to the color that's in the tube. So the next one here is called English Rose. This is sort of like a pale yellowy toned pink. It is really pretty. This is like my favorite tone of pink. It's not really like a baby pink, like there's just a little bit more of like a warmth to it, and I think it's just super pretty worn over pink lipsticks. I'm not a huge pink lip person in general, so I don't think this is a shade that I'll get the most use out of. I definitely will get more use out of Majestic, but I mean, if you like your pink lips, this is just stunning. So pretty. The next one here is one of my favorites. This is called Your Highness. This is a much more magenta-y kind of pink, or I should say more maybe more of like a fuchsia. I have noticed that this shade seems to be just a little bit sheer than the others. There's something about it that kind of comes off more like a jelly, if that makes sense, than like a cream. So there is a swatch of that right there. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there's just a little bit more translucency to it. If you think about like kind of a jelly lip color, that's what this is. It's pigmented, but it's not like creamy, intense, super saturated pigment. The next one here is kind of similar, but it's a little bit more on the coral side. This is called De Bonté. I don't know. But like I said, it's more of a kind of corally kind of pink compared to the other one. Again, it has sort of that jelly kind of finish to it, but it's so pretty. I absolutely love this color. This color looks so good, I think, just on its own. There it is right there. It just kind of adds a little bit of warmth and a little bit of liveliness to your lips, but it's not like, you know, this color over here, the Majestic color, where it's just kind of your typical, you know, mauve color. This is a little bit more punchy, but it's still wearable day to day, and I think it is just so pretty. The next one, which is the one I'm wearing right now, is called Crown Jewel. So this is what it looks like on the lips. It's just a nice red lip gloss. Like, I think it's good for everybody to have a red lip gloss, and this is just such a pretty one. I would say that this one by far is the most pigmented out of the bunch, which makes sense because it is a red. It's kind of more of I would say it leans more on the orangey side of red than it does on the blue tone side of red. So if you layer this over a blue tone red lipstick, you're going to get a really pretty result. And then the last one here is called Tiara. This is the one that I noticed a little bit of like an opalescence, slight pearliness to it. So this is just kind of your typical nude shade. Again, it's good for everybody to have a nude gloss. I wouldn't say that this is pinky nude. This is pretty like orangey nude. I think that over pinky lipsticks, over nude lipsticks, it look gorgeous if you like a nude lip. Again, I'm not really a huge nude lip person, so I don't know how much use I'll get out of this, but I don't know if it'll pick up on camera either, but there's just the slightest bit of a golden shimmer running through this. And when I say shimmer, it's not intense. It's not flaky. When it goes on the lips, it's still really smooth and really creamy. But compared to the other ones, which are complete cream finishes, the rest of these, there is no sort of shimmer or opalescence whatsoever. This definitely has a little bit of shimmer to it. But I mean, you guys can see here in the swatch, it doesn't translate shimmery. It kind of looks like the rest, but I thought that I would note that. The best thing about this set is that it's 25 bucks. I think that getting 6 lip glosses for $25 is just an amazing deal. These are around $4 per gloss, and the formulation is just incredible. I mean, they are so nice on the lips. I also find them to be quite moisturizing, and overall, I'm just really impressed. And for $25, there's nothing to complain about. Even if this set was 40 bucks, I would still be saying the same things I am now. I think that it's completely worth it. I think that it's a great way to try some high-end glosses and to get a good range of colors, and that's what I like about this set in particular, is that all of the colors are wearable and all of the colors are pretty. And even though there are some shades that I'm not going to get tons of uses out of, I still don't look at this set and think, oh my god, I wish that they didn't throw that in there. You know, like, I'm not a big pink lip wearer, I'm not a big nude lip wearer, but I'm still really happy that I got a nude and a pink lip gloss in here because I do have those times where I need one. So yeah, I am just super blown away. I think that this is a fabulous set. I think this is one of the best holiday sets out there right now, and I could not recommend it enough. So on to this next set. This is the Lorac 3D Liquid Luster set. This, I believe, is again 25. It's either 25 or 29. I'll look it up and I'll put the price right here. Still a really good deal. These retail at, I think, around like 20 bucks a pop. So you're getting a really nice deal with this. And what you're getting here are 4 of the 3D Liquid Lusters from Lorac, which are kind of like these liquid glitters. If I'm to show you here, they're basically a glitter that's suspended in kind of a liquid, and so the idea is that you shake them up and then it comes in this little dropper style format, so you can just squeeze some of this glittery liquid out, pop it onto the back of your hand, pop it onto a brush directly to your eye, and it gives you a glittery effect. Lorac has produced this set in the past. I believe they had it last year as well. The first liquid luster that they ever had was this one called Opal, and they had this one in their line for the longest time, and this was the only one that they had. And then I believe it was just last year they released a set and they had some other colors, and so that's when the other colors were introduced. So Opal is really gorgeous. It's It's just kind of like a white glitter, but has a bit of a shift to it. It shifts from pink to kind of blue. If you were to think of like an actual opal stone, that's kind of what this looks like. It's just really, really unique. And when you layer this on top of shadows, it just gives them such a cool appearance. And the cool thing about this too is depending on the shadow you layer it on top of, it's going to look different. So here is a swatch of that and just sort of an idea of what that looks like. The next one we have here is called 24K, and it's exactly what you think it would be. It's just a gold, really reflective, really metallic, super glittery, and just fun, and just really, really pretty. A true yellowy gold. It's just really, really nice, really bright. This one here is my favorite one. This, for some reason, mine does not have a name as to what the actual shade is called. I don't know, for some reason mine doesn't have one. Again, I'll try to research it and I'll see if I can put it here, but it's just, I think, the prettiest one. It's this beautiful golden pink, kind of like a rose gold tone. I'm sure probably that's the name, something to have to do with rose gold. I think this is just really gorgeous if you like to wear pinky tone eyeshadows, like if you have the Naked 3 palette, or if you just like to wear champagne eyeshadows in general. This just looks so pretty on top of those. So here is what that one looks like. I hope the camera is doing it justice and is picking up on it, because it's just so warm. It's just this pink, but it has so much gold in it. It's just warm and pretty and just awesome, and I absolutely love this shade, and I definitely think that it's the best one. And then the last one that I have here is called Amethyst. Now this is the one that kind of disappointed me. For some reason when I got my set, this one had a lot less of the liquid in it than the other ones did, and so mine has already kind of started to dry out, but I'll see if I can get a swatch of it for you guys. So just so you can get an idea, here's what the dropper looks like. I mean, you can definitely tell that mine's drying out a bit because it's just thicker and it's just more goopy, where the other ones are completely liquidy. But there is a swatch of Amethyst. I think that this one is just stunning and gorgeous as well. Because it's a deeper tone, I don't find, and this is kind of why I prefer like the rose gold one more, is even though swatch wise this one definitely translates better and definitely looks a lot more complex and a lot prettier, because it's so dark and pigmented, when you layer it over eyeshadows, I just find that sometimes it can look a little bit muddy over them, where the other ones are nice and light. So when you layer them over shadows, it doesn't change the actual tone of the shadow too much. It just changes the finish more of. Where this one actually, because it's so deep and so dark, it messes with the tone. And sometimes with certain shadows, I just find that it doesn't end up looking as good as I want it to. But swatch wise, of course, it's stunning, and it's definitely, I think, the one that swatches the best. Overall, I do really like these things. The biggest gripe is that, and I've heard this from everybody who's had them, is that they do dry out unless you really, really tighten the cap, and you just have to make sure you use them within a, reasonable amount of time. They're not something you can just keep in your makeup stash for years and years. These are something that you're going to want to try to use up, because the liquid that's in there can just squeeze its way out of these caps so easily and just dries up really, really fast. And the cool thing about these is that they're a really, really easy way to apply glitter, because they are suspended in that liquid, so it's more like you're just applying like a liquid eyeshadow almost to your eyes. You're not actually packing on glitter that's going to get all over your face. It's a big plus with these, is that when you use them, you get that glittery, beautiful effect, but you don't get the fallout. But that being said, once that liquid does start to dry down, and you'll notice this throughout the day, or at least I do when I wear these, is that I do get the eyeshadow or the glitter does start to fall down a little bit. Once they're really, really dry there onto my eyelid, I'll notice throughout the day I just get more and more and more of the glittery fallout. So I do think that they're a little bit easier to apply than glitter, because I find even when I just apply regular glitter, I get the fallout throughout the day. That is kind of annoying, and I don't like the fact that they do seem to dry out so fast, and then I'm gonna have to use them really, really soon. I don't know, it's just a little bit annoying, and I find that once they do dry out, basically all they are then is just a glitter, and they're housed in this little thing, and that's gonna be really, really difficult to get out. You're gonna have to like probably sit there and try to shake it or depot it somehow and get it into a different container, because this is a great container when they're liquidy and nice, but when they start to dry out, I could see how that could become a problem. There's really not another makeup product on the market like this, so I think that that if you're kind of a makeup junkie or if you happen to really like glitter, you will like these. Of course, if you're not a glitter person, this isn't going to be your thing. Also, if you just think that this is something that you'll just kind of keep around for a while just to have it, I don't know if I'd recommend this just because they are going to dry out on you and you're going to waste your money. Like, definitely plan when you buy these, plan on using them. I've been trying to incorporate them into as many looks as I can. In fact, I should have popped a little bit of this gold on today, but overall, I do think it's a great value considering how much they are by themselves, and I think that they're a really, really cool product. There's just, you know, a couple of gripes that I have with it, but I am happy that I have the set, and there's no part of me that would want to return it, or like no part of me that regrets the purchase. So those are my thoughts on these two sets from Lorac. I recommend both of them. I definitely think the lip gloss set is a must-have if you like lip gloss, if you wear lip gloss, just because the colors are so pretty, the formulation is great, and there's really nothing bad about that set. I think the glitter set is awesome too. Of course, I mean, they aren't, the actual product itself isn't perfect, but the set is a great value. And if you happen to really like the 3D liquid lusters, or if you've just been interested in them, this is a great way to try it. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.